Hey everybody, Brian Von Vier here, back at it again with what are the scariest or best lines your villains have ever said? Part 6.
Ants to be trampled beneath my power, fires to be extinguished by raining blood, light to be swallowed by darkness's womb, swords to snap and break against time itself. You 9 who have lived your lives to the fullest, lived through your most boundless moments of joy and your most heartbreaking and destructive moments of despair. You 9 lived your lives to their fullest extent, and it is a pity that all you have done will go to waste, just to die here with nothing to show for your actions. I am Rythax, and before me, you are nothing. In battle you have yielded, on your knees you buckle, your sword you have laid down in despair. Yet you think your threats hold any importance. Truly the signs of the irrationality of mortality. Begone, ants!
It disintegrates my entire party. Oh, that's a TPK and that had to hurt. Strahd to a character who was a variation of Irina.
You have until the organ stops playing to explore the castle. Then you and your friends will be hunted down. Have fun, my lovely Tatiana.
After exploring for about an hour, the organ stopped playing. It took another 10 minutes for the party to realize it. Happy hunting! Was running a Viking Call of Cthulhu session for a group, and had the party desperately trying to get some wood for a fire due to the cold. Abandoned tents nearby meant they wouldn't have to chop trees down at the edge of the village, but the investigators don't want to leave the strange family alone either, on account that they're all that's left of the village. So, 2 of the PCs elect to stay in the tent with the 2 NPCs, while the other 2 characters go tear down a couple of the other tents. As they get to working and making appropriate checks, one asks if they can hear anything, and I promptly tell them, "You 3 hear nothing but the wind." The tent smashers nod their heads, but one of the players with the family looks at me and says, "Me and X are with the family?" "Correct." I say with a grin, then look at the tent smashers who haven't fully processed the information. Until finally their eyes grow wide and I state, "Go ahead and roll me a sanity check." Same group this time in a 5th edition campaign. Late into the campaign, a war broke out between the current government and a civilization that had accidentally been resurrected by the party after being dead for over 1,000 years. The hamlet my party owns is being used as a neutral territory safe for refugees. The party has connections on both sides and are doing all they can to stop the war before it gets out of hand. One night, the party sees a group of people standing at the edge of the hamlet. The paladin, a halfling man at the end of his prime, decides to see what is going on. He notifies the others he's heading out and asks that they keep an eye on him. He walks out, greets the people, and sees that they are all members of the opposing side. The man who greets the paladin is a zealot barbarian of the God of War, currently serving as the general of the opposing army. His blessing from the god illuminates his smile. And the conversation goes something like this. "Wonderful place you have here. I remember it belonged to us 1,000 years ago. Something I can help you with, General?" "Oh, nothing really. I was just following up on reports that a group of heroes are sending troop movements to the enemy and are attacking my soldiers with captives. I was hoping that I could ask you about that." The paladin at this point feigns ignorance and assures that the grounds of neutrality have not been broken, and that all who are within the property are safe from either side. "Ha! I thought as much. You seem like an honorable man, so I believe you. Would you mind telling that to my commanders so they feel at ease?" He then places his hand on the paladin's shoulder, and they move towards the commanders who are further back, close to the property line. The rest of the party sees this and immediately run into aid with weapons drawn, which causes the commanders to move closer with their weapons drawn. The paladin commands them to stop. The general conceals his grin and simply states, "Now, I would hope that those who are responsible for the neutral territory would know what it means to violate it. Attacking us when we're just having a conversation would mean that I no longer have to honor it, and my men can proceed to reclaim this land and the people who currently take refuge. The people who are here are safe from being your prisoners," the paladin states firmly. "Oh, to Kesthar, there are no prisoners, only sacrifices." Yep, that's a big gulper moment right there. "Age has awakened you, hero. Your bones are brittle. Your skin hangs from your creaking frame, aching and moaning to be put to rest. Your face has sagged and your features, unrecognizable. Join me, and I will make you beautiful once more. Let me mold you like the clay to my perfection, to soften your features and breathe beauty back to your elderly flesh. Let me tighten you. Let me carve you. Let me break you and build you back together again." A custom horror campaign with a Professor Pig inspiration for the big bad evil guy I hosted for my friends back in June. "The light is tyrannical and shallow, only showing the external glamour of it all. But in the darkness, you are only your actions." The party confronts a lone wizard in a tower. "Really? Isn't the difference in numbers here a bit too big to make this a fair fight?" "We're not interested in having a fair fight against you." "Good to know." "Animals possess the keen sense to run from danger. It is only bacteria such as you who move haphazardly towards it." Here's some context. I had a demon captured in a tarot deck, and it always convinced me to take wild gambles no matter the cost. I'm about to die in combat, and the last thing I hear is, "Ready to take your last gamble, old friend?" "Hush, child. You'll be reborn." "You're sick!" The mind flayer holding a tadpole. "I wasn't talking to you." Homebrew setting, Pathfinder 1st edition. Players, Kitsune, Witch, Human Paladin, Ratfolk, Rogue, go to fight the Dark King who teleported his whole kingdom in this world. Every PC was chosen by their gods and had relics and blessings to fight against the darkness. Paladin summons an angel of vengeance to their side before entering the castle. When they finally came to the throne room, they saw a man in silver armor and a red cape who didn't even look at them. After failing all attempts at conversation, the paladin commands the angel to attack the king. The angel rushes forward, but falls before the king, paralyzed by overwhelming terror. The king finally stood up and turned the helpless angel into a crystal, saying, "So, you are the chosen champions? Pray to your gods, because the next time you see me, there will be no one to pray to." I played as a rogue, and my party got a job to break into a wizard's tower and steal a specific tomb. When my character was picking the lock on the wizard's study, he heard a female voice from inside the study. This was said in a cold yet alluring tone. "I recognize that elven scent. How is your cheetah of a father doing, boy?" I promptly made my way the fuck out of there, and as I did, I heard the voice call out from behind me. "Like father, like son, never keeps a promise." I noped the fuck out of there. What did my character's father do to her? Yeah, no, I refused to find out what she would do to me, considering she knew where I was through a door, and I rolled crazy high on my stealth. This was late game. I got a 33 stealth, and she knew I was there. Nope. Nope! What I'm still fond of was a group of players rushing to rescue a kidnapped girl. They burst into the villain's lair and demanded he hand the girl over. A balding man with not quite there look on his face turns and replies, "Her? She's in the next room. You're welcome to take her. I've already harvested her eyes to help my daughter heal." He points to a corpse in a nearby bed with bits and pieces obviously taken from other children. This is the only time I've made a player actually destroy the notes they're taking for a campaign because they don't want to remember. Here's the setup. Party was tricked by one of the big bad evil guy's top guys, a powerful illusionist and cult leader, into thinking that 9 children they were supposed to save got turned into little eldritch horrors. So the party assumed it was too late and Mercy killed them, not knowing it was an illusion. As the illusion fades to the party's horror at what they had just done, one of the children's fathers, a hunter and widower named Strahd, who had accompanied the party to help find his son, walks into the room and sees the bloodbath. Racked by grief and hatred at the murder of his young son, attacks the party with a hunting knife, wounding a party member badly. The party felt that there was going to be no reasoning with the rage of a grief-stricken father with nothing left in the world, and ultimately had to put him out of his misery and to hide this blunder. Now, the scene. A month goes by and a couple towns over, the party were walking back to the inn where they were staying from a ball at a noble's city penthouse. As the party took a shortcut down an alley, a dark figure with burning red irises and his face hidden by a street lamp from the road behind him stepped out into the end of the alley to block the party's advance. They heard a bone-chilling familiar voice, but filled with a seething hatred as it spoke. It was Strahd, returned as a revenant. "I will break your bodies as you broke my boys. I will devour your hope as you did my boy, coming to you for help. I will hear your screams for help that will not come, like my son. I will never rest. I will never stop hunting you. There will be nowhere to hide. I will always find you. Even if you slay me here, I will keep coming back over and over as many times as it takes until I have watched the light leave your eyes, as choke the life from every single one of your corpses with my bare hands. Karma has come to collect penance for your malignant existence." Roll initiative. "What do you want us to do, surrender?" "No. I want you to die tired. Even if you kill all of us, we'll keep getting brought back to fight you." "Not if you're undead." "Why are you doing this?" "Ha ha! Entertainment." Hey everybody, Brian Von VA checking in after the vid. Leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell. Make sure to stay hydrated, and I hope you liked all the voice acting today. I tried really hard for everyone. Also, down in the comments below, let us know your scariest or the best lines that your villains have said. Maybe it'll make it into part 7. You never know. We love you. Be safe. Be happy. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.